going out into the mouth of the St. Mary's River by the Detour Reef Light and troll for salmon. Basically, we have out there Atlantics, Chinook salmon, lake trout, and every once in a while a steelhead. Right now it's seasonal on what kind of fish is popular. Like early spring for Drummond, we have perch and walleye, and then we go to herring right now, which is like packs of 30-40 boats catching the herring. Salmon runs from mid-April all the way through mid-September. Pike fishing is pretty much year-round, so we've got it all, really.
Ivan Mead, owner of Sturgeon Bay Charters, grew up on Drummond Island and spent his youth fishing the rocky shoals and inlets around Drummond. In 1982, he purchased his first sizable charter boat and started fishing for salmon with his guests.
Hang on to that bugger, man. Don't let him get away. That's dandy. You got it? Here, put this hand up here. Okay.
Ivan prides himself on fishing charters that cater to the entire family. After all, that's where the next generation of fishermen come from.
I'd say basically 90% of my charters are families.
I just like sitting out here and catching all the fish. I like to reel them in, and then once they get in, I like to hold them and stuff.
On this trip, we were fishing for Atlantic salmon, a species that can be found in this area, but is rare in the rest of the Great Lakes.
The key to salmon fishing is probably speed, presentation, get it in where they like it. Something that looks similar to the bait fish that they're used to eating for the day, say at alewives or smelt. Color seems to have a preference. Out there, that's an inline planer board. I run what they call a 3-color rig off in it. So it's mono, 50 to 100 foot of clear mono, then lead core, then another 50 foot of mono, then I put a board on it. So it's just free floating away from the boat. And it's high, it's running high, and when it does that, what it'll do is that any fish that are up high and spooked away from the boat, they'll just slide off over there, and then we'll run a bait right by them and hope that it goes.
In late April and the beginning of May, the Atlantic stage here in the mouth of the St. Mary's to go upriver. They're generally the first salmon to head up. So until mid-July, these Atlantics are the target of fishermen like Ivan. The problem is, because they're so recently introduced to the Great Lakes, they're not easy to catch.
Now what kind's that?
It's a little tiny Chinook, just jack they call it. Chinook salmon, about 3 or 4 pounder, caught on a blue trout, about 42 foot down, and just a good eater for our area.
So is this the mythical Atlantic salmon?
No, this is not the mythical Atlantic salmon. This is another small king.
Well, at least we were catching fish, and the ambiance was spectacular.
Fishing at Drummond, you get to catch fish and freighter watch, and you get a whole panoramic view of freighters going by, both downbound and upbound into the lock.
Finally, it happened.
Fish on! And Byron's still going strong here, folks.
All right, they gave me 500 feet of line.
Hey, man. You know, you're the new kid on the block. You got to take the dirt, man.
All the other fish come in at like 25 feet.
Yeah.
It's a big one? I got a big one?
Yeah, you got the biggest we got. That might even be a master angler if we weigh it. We'll find out here. This is what the LSU and the DNR put together up there at the power plant. This is their plant program. It's an excellent program. You can see the fin clip right here. That determines a year. And some of the finer points of the genetics of the fish and stuff, so they track them. But this is a sweet fish. This is like a 2-year-old, but it really blows out of the water, and we have a great, exciting fishery right here with these fish.
Now, how do you tell the difference between that and a regular salmon?
One is the X's. You can see like the X's right here. They're up on the top half of the fish. The mouth is white, and the mouth ends before the eye. So that's basically what I look. The shape actually carries with the fish, but this is what they call a leaper, and it really explodes and is a lot of fun. So if you really want to enjoy fishing, this is the place to come and do it. This is the only place that northeastern America that you can catch an Atlantic salmon.
That's really something how white their mouths are. Generally, you look into a salmon's mouth and it's really ugly.
Correct. That's what, you got coho and stuff with somewhat of a white mouth, but right here you've got, just by design, they're good predators. They eat just about anything that is digestible. So we finally caught the elusive Atlantic salmon. So now I'm not a liar. Now everybody come and try to catch one of these fish. You can't beat it, and it's everything that I told you about.